The title of this poem is Chicken. Chicken, something that seems so ubiquitous in American culture. It took a long time for the chicken to migrate west. I mean that however you want it. Chicken. The metallic taste I got from being served upon a tray in the Sac County Jail or bumped against the dented cans at the dented can warehouse. The stale scent, the elbow scrapes. I was a billiard ball for those who cared to knock me in the pockets on the table in the rec room after hours. It wasn't only Amtrak pulling trains each night. Each man who lost his stake in me had lost his gamecock, his bathhouse boy chick, the pullet at the pump house, the tipsy one, free living. The cues were often skewed. When simple coxcombs preened, I wasn't squeamish on their knees as, without means, I groomed their inch-long waddles. I'm getting on in years. I'm past my freshness date. If I have balked at play, it's that this chicken tastes no more like table fowl. I blame the microwaves. You blame the chemicals and drugs. Yes, I'm a little overdone, I'll warrant you. You want a little cut? Get in here then, pull back the skin and crisp it, before the insatiate drunks come round with greasy fingers, distribute me between the bars, and pinch my biscuits. Last year I was living in North Carolina, and there's a chain of chicken shacks there called Bojangles.
Yeah.
Which, you know, being from California, I immediately started calling it Bojangles. It reminded me, there was a bar that my friends and I used to get into when we were quite young. The trick, well, I mean, there were a couple of tricks. But one easy one was that if you were underage, they would stamp your hand with a black U. And if you were overage, you would get a black O. So you just had to take a Sharpie. And suddenly, you were adult. And the bar's name was Bojangles, Bojangles, which we called BJ's. There were other ways to get in, too. Bojangles. You've gone and gotten cozy with the doorman. He's so smitten, he's ready to lose his job. How did you get here? He wants to know. You go all kitten in his lap. You're almost genuine. Once you're in, who cares if you've blown your cover? You've got to put on the outfit that says, I don't want to fuck you. I just want to dance. But also, meet me in the parking lot with some blow. To the outskirts of Tudorville you go. Nobody holds a gun to your head. Nobody beats you with a length of hose. You're cute when you're young and cute. Now wipe those lips. Now wipe that runny nose with a little white slut. White slut, by the way, is slang. Some of you know this, slang for cocaine. So, I don't mean some of you know this. Some of you are teachers, you hear your students talking about these things. In the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, you know, Sodom and Gomorrah are two of several plains in the several cities in the plains that get destroyed. but there are other cities that survive. One of those cities I have named Funky Town. Funky Town, forgotten city of the plain. I wanted to be either the first man, unashamed of his nakedness, or the angel sent down to test the will of man. Take my scrawny youth, the mischief I made, the way I faced my God down daily. He made me a slab of clay, and I could be molded, kneaded, pushed through a fun factory. I gave myself to a lot of men. It was okay. I was okay. And them. It happened when the canneries shut down. The vats were finally hosed, the pressure valves turned off, and rolls of unused labels got warehoused. That's when the fellows packed it in, and discontent was discontent to the power of 10. Because I was a minor then, my records sealed. Besides, who would want to know my shady ways, except projectionists who caught me in their beams, the lanky escapees who worked the dime toss at the fair, or pulled the saddle ponies, demonstrated the strongest knife, who made their way to the wood that constellated the valley. Oh, the many, many balls a single man could juggle then. And I would ask, are you my angel? I got that from a book. I was so unoriginal, they called me Unoriginal Sin. The humor of it all fell flat. Humor does that. SOS, Fire in the Sky, and Funky Town. The rapture happened. Exactly who most people wouldn't expect. I'd rather withhold names. Besides, you'd read the entire list and never know the sass and grace of them. Ladies from the D Street storefronts, boys from fields, the pickers, gleaners, lifters, lumpers, men who shot cogged dice, women on food stamps, kids who got blown, who were blown to bits, the wizened gents, dramatic boys who knew a man Bojangles and they'd dance a lick, the quarterback, somebody's ex. As long as there is room, why not let all the people in? There'd be no heartache then.